So, hello everyone. Welcome to week 3, September 27 to October 2, 2021. And our topic for this week, passive and active voices of the verb. So, before I move on class, I would like to ask for an apology kasi medyo sinisipon ako ngayon. So, siguro pangit ang boses and then maririnig nyo na sumisingot ako as we go along with our slides. Okay? So, next. What do these words mean? So, I'm referring to the word active and passive. In vocabulary, active is an adjective that is characterized by action. Synonym daw niya, energetic. Look at this clip art. Okay, the person is moving, meaning the person is in active state. Passive is characterized by inactivity. Synonym yielding and tolerant, meaning walang ginagawa, kaya nga inactivity. Look at this clip art. So parang tamlayin siya. Those are the differences of the word active and passive voice. From these meanings and illustrations, you can somehow differentiate the two. Active voice occurs when the subject of the sentence acts as the performer or doer of the action. So let's review. Subject or simuno plus predicate panag-uri equals a complete sentence. So balikan natin. Kapag ang simuno daw ang gumaganap ng kilos, ito'y tinatawag na active voice. Passive voice indicated that the subject of the sentence is the receiver of the action. So, ibig sabihin, ang subject or simuno naman ay nagiging tagatanggap ng kilos. Let's analyze these examples. The teachers prepared the materials for their classes. Subject or simuno natin, teachers. Prepared the materials for their classes are action done by the subject. So ano daw ang ginawa ng mga guro? Naghanda ng mga materyales para sa kanilang klase. The materials for their classes were prepared by the teachers. The word materials, which is found at the predicate in the first sentence, becomes the subject in the second sentence, but receive the action done by the teacher. So look at this example, class. Kung titingnan natin kanina, kung tatagalogin natin, ang mga guro ay gumagawa or gumawa ng mga materyales para sa kanilang klase. Sa padalawang pangungusap, naging ang mga materyales para sa kanilang klase ay ginawa ng mga guro. So kanina, ang ating subject or simuno ay teachers. But then in the second sentence, naging ang subject natin ay ang materials, and then this word materials receive the action done by the teacher, meaning siya ang tumanggap ng salitang kilos na ginawa daw ng mga guro. The first sentence is in the active voice, and the second sentence is in the passive voice. Learning Task 2. In your notebook, copy and answer the statements below. Then write A if the sentence is in active voice and P if it is in the passive voice. So alam ko itatanong nyo, ma'am, anong gagawin? Una, kokopyahin. Pagkatapos lalagyan ng A and then lalagyan daw ng P. I will give number 1 as an example. The doctor visited her patients in the hospital. So discussion natin. Question, who visited her patients? Of course, the answer is doctor. Another question, is the word doctor a subject or a predicate? Of course, the word doctor is a subject. And why do you say so? Because the doctor does the action. Siyempre, ang simuno ang gumaganap ng kilos. Okay? Sana naintindihan natin ito. Therefore, this sentence is in the active voice. Again, bakit siya naging active voice? Dahil ang subject or ang simuno ang gumagawa ng kilos. Number 2. The medicine was administered by the nurse to the patients. Discussion. Who administered or gave the medicine? The answer is the nurse. Question again. Is the word nurse a subject or a predicate? Of course, it is a part of the predicate. So why do you say so? Meaning, bakit natin nasabi na siya ay part na ngayon ng predicate? So the answer, because it can be found after the verb or an action word. Ang verb ay tinatawag nating action word or salitang kilos na administered or was administered and found at the end of the sentence. So alam naman natin yan. Ang unang part ng sentence ay subject, ang padalawang part ng sentence ay predicate. So dahil ang nurse ay nasa hulihan at siya ay pagkatapos pa daw ng salitang kilos na administered, ngayon ang word na nurse ay naging part ng predicate. Now, in this example, the word medicine becomes our subject and therefore receive the action done by the nurse. Therefore, number 2 is letter P, or passive. Let's have another example, number 3. The lesson was delivered in a well-planned session. Question. Is there a person who does or receive the action here? Of course, the answer is no. There is no person mentioned, meaning walang tao na nabanggit sa pangungusap na gumagawa ng kilos. Now, how are we going to find out if this is A, or active, or P, passive? Look at the verb. Our verb is was delivered. Now, take note of this. If the verbs or the action word becomes 2 or more, which was linking verb plus past participle, then the sentence is in the passive voice. Therefore, number 3 is passive. Number 4. Claudine Gayle reminded the teachers to submit their reports. Discussion. How many verbs or action word are present? The answer, 1. The word is reminded only. Analyzing the features of the verb give us an idea if it is in active voice or passive voice. Kung nahihirapan ka, class, na maghanap ng subject and predicate, ang isang technique para malaman kung active voice siya or passive voice ay sa pamamagitan daw ng pag-a-analyze ng itsura ng ating action word. So kapag ang verb ay nag-iisa, kagaya ng example natin, visited, one only, that is in active voice. Kapag naman nagdalawa or tatlo, pwede siyang maging passive. Halimbawa, was visited. Okay? So ito yung another technique in identifying active and passive voice. Pagbibilang ng ating verbs. Therefore, this one is in active voice because we only have one verb. Now, you're going to continue answering page 13. Skip task 3, meaning don't answer task 3. Let's do task 4. Convert the following sentences from active voice to passive voice. Write your answers in your notebook. So, ma'am, kokopyahin ba? Pwede hindi na kopyahin yung given sentence. But of course, dahil kailangan itong i-rewrite, ang magiging sagot nyo dyan ay sentence din. Let us have number 1. The mayor declared a state of calamity. Take note, guys. We have here one verb That's why this sentence is an example of an active voice or an active sentence. We're going to reciprocate or invert this sentence. Now, I made use of three different colors. We have the blue for subject, black for action word or verb, and then we have green for predicate. So when we say reciprocate in math, ating binabaliktad. So ang magiging ngayong subject ay a state of calamity, and then from one verb, magiging siyang dalawa, was declared by the mayor. Now, meron tayong class na padagdag na word, and that is the word by. So therefore, okay, hindi natin may ibalik yung slide. So yung first sentence natin is an active voice, and then the second one is in passive voice. Let us have number 2. The students of the Barrio School visited the museum in the city. Again, the museum in the city was visited by the students of the Barrio School. So take note again. Don't forget to insert by. Saan mang inilalagay ang by? Pagkatapos ng verb. Okay? So, tingnan nyo yung color, kung paano nagbago yung kulay natin, from yung subject natin kanina, the students of the Barrio School, naging part na siya na ngayon ng predicate sa second sentence. And then from one verb, naging dalawa yung verb natin, and then the word, the museum in the city, which was part of the predicate, becomes the subject. Continue answering page 15, numbers 3 to 5 only. Yes, you hear it right. 3, 4, 5 lamang ang sasagutan. Learning Task 5. Convert the following sentences from passive voice to active voice. Write your answers in your notebook. The pyramids were built by Egyptians during the ancient civilization. So look at this guy. Guys, dahil dalawa yung ating verb, which was were built, ito ay passive voice. And then we will reciprocate again or invert the sentence. The green one will become our subject. Egyptians during the ancient civilization. Then from two verbs, magiging one verb na lang tayo, built the pyramids. Okay, may nawala remove by and take note of the proper capitalization. So, pagka tayo nag-reciprocate or nag-invert ang sentence, be careful with the capitalization. Kasi kagaya kanina, yung subject naging predicate, yung predicate naging subject. So, take note of the proper capitalization. So, I believe you can answer page 15, numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5. Learning Task 6 are our performance tasks. Think of your most favorite dish. In your notebook, write the ingredients and the procedures to be taken in preparing your favorite dish. Use active and passive voice of the verb. Attach picture if possible. So, pag nakalagay na if possible, syempre, ibig sabihin, mas maganda kung may picture. Kung wala naman, di okay lang din. So, I have here an example. The photo was taken from the module. My favorite dish is carbonara. I cook the pasta for 30 minutes, then I cook the sauce separately. I chop onions and garlic, then the ham and bacon were added. Finally, the instant carbonara sauce will savor the taste. Simmer for 10 minutes. Add salt and pepper to taste. So if you will notice, this sentence is very simple, very short, but I made use of the active and the passive voices. Sentence number 1 is active. Sentence number 2 is also active because I have one verb. Number 3 is also active. 4 is active. But sentence number 5, then the ham and bacon were added becomes the passive voice dahil were added. So, 2 verbs yon. And then, will savor the taste. This one actually is in active voice. Ma'am, pero dalawa yung ating verb dyan, will savor. ito kasi ay nasa future tense, okay? So, active voice pa rin yan. And then, simmer for 10 minutes. This is not actually a sentence, and actually, yung add salt, hindi rin siya sentence. Anyway, what's important is, yung active and passive voice ay nakita doon sa procedure. Yun ang sinasabi ng ating direction. And for our final task, we're going to answer task 7. In your notebook, copy the statements below, then write A if the statement is in active voice and P if it is in passive form. So, ang isusulat lamang or kokopyahin daw muna yung mga sentences and then write A or P. Actually, class, tinanggal ko yung isa pang direction dyan. So, be careful, follow this instead of the other one to make your life simple. So continue answering page 16, 10 points. And that's all. Thank you so much. God bless.